minutes over. Set this down.
Get to relax for a couple minutes.
That's it. We didn't. All right. All right. Are we live streaming, Deborah? Okay. Okay. Good morning. It's still morning. Yes, we're ready. All right. We are Labor of Love, Fitness and Wellness. I'm Cindy. We have Deborah walking towards the back. Nick is with us, and Tim will be with us shortly. This is our gentle yoga, 11:15 to 12:15, roughly. And today is our Mindful Monday. Monday is our more lower intensity classes. Okay, let's take a big breath in. And breathe it out. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. All right, from here we're going to do some gentle torso rotations. So coming around forward and circle around nice and easy. Kind of check in with your low back. Only go as far as what's comfortable for you. We just need to loosen up and let your breath flow freely. There we go. And we're going to reverse the direction and breathe. Take your time, no rush. Quiet your mind by either focusing on the music or focusing on the movements you're making. One more time around. Now you want to sit a little bit forward in your chair so you can round out the back. So we're going to hinge forward here, lengthen the spine, flatten the back. With your hands above on the tops of your knees, you're going to push back and then round that back out as your chin comes down and in towards your upper chest. And hinging forward, lengthening the spine, flattening the back. Pushing back, rounding out. As we're coming forward, let's take a breath in, fill up the lungs. And then pushing back, rounding out, breathe out. One more time, breathe in. And round it out, breathe out. We're going to sit up nice and tall here. Shrugging those shoulders up towards the ears gently. And then hands, fingers reaching to the floor. Shrugging the shoulders up. And then reaching down. 2 more times. And reaching down. 1 more. And down. Sit back in your seat. Relax the arms and the shoulders. Bring the chin down towards the chest, allowing the back of the neck to lengthen and release. And just breathe, relaxing here. And chin up. Softening all the muscles in your face, around your eyes, across your forehead, chin down. Relaxing your jaw. And chin up. chin down one more time. And then roll that chin over and across towards one shoulder as you relax the arms and the shoulders. We're looking down past the shoulder gently, letting that opposite side of the neck lengthen and release. Looking down at the floor, roll that chin over to the other side. Keeping in mind there's no rush. We're not in a hurry. We're just going to relax and move. Looking down, back to the other side. Chin across the upper chest as we go. From one shoulder, now back to the other. Now as we're looking down past that shoulder at the floor, gently look up towards the ceiling and chin up and across. We're going to look down past one shoulder and back over to the other, connecting the top half of the circle. Back over we go. Looking down briefly. Now bringing the head and the neck center, facing forward. We're going to look over and behind one shoulder gently. And breathe. And then crossing back to the other side, we're going to rotate the head and the neck and look over and behind the other shoulder, relaxing your arms. Back we go, one more time each side. Look behind. Last time, other side. It's all range of motion, loosening up. Now facing forward once again. We're going to relax here. We'll send our arms and hands out in front of us. Bless you, Nick. Open wide, open a little bit wider with the hands and the fingers. Close, breathe out. Connecting the breath to the movement. Open wide, breathe in. And closing, breathe out. 2 more times. Open wide, breathe in. And closing, breathe out. Gentle fists. 1 more time. Open wide, breathe in. Breathe out, closing. Now you can relax your arms down a bit to rest the shoulders. And we're going to circle those hands around in one direction, nice and easy. Take advantage of the range of motion in the wrists that you have. We want to maintain that or improve. Ideally, always improving. Reverse the direction of the hand circles. Taking your time. Just keep in mind you've given yourself this time, so there's no rush. And just breathe and relax into it. Move into flexing and pointing the hands and the fingers up and then back down and in towards the forearms and up and down in. 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more time, breathe in, flexing and bending, breathe out. Okay, from there, relax your arms down at your sides. We'll work our ways up to the elbow joint. So bring the hands all the way up touch the top of the shoulders and then send them out and down at your sides. Maybe bring them back behind you a little bit so we get that full range of motion in there. Here we go. Touching the top of the shoulders and then bring them down and back. Connect your breath with it. So breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Here we go. And breathe. Okay, still focusing on the elbows. Support the upper arm with one hand, and we're going to make those circles with the arm and the hand coming across and under the chin, out around to the side, circling around in front, kind of a lazy oval shape here with the hand and the fingers. Still focusing on the elbow. Taking your time so you get a nice full range of motion in there. Reverse the direction. Out around the side, sweeping under the chin as you move your hand out of the way. Out in front, back around. Two more. Remember, our focus is the elbow here. Doesn't normally move in this manner, so that's why it's so good for us to do this, so we have a greater range of motion and keep the mobility in the joint. Okay, now with the other arm, same thing, switching it. Make that lazy oval, sweeping across or under the chin, out around to the side. Stabilize the upper arm so you get more of the movement in the joint of the elbow. We're going to do two more. Stabilize that upper arm. And reverse 4 times in the opposite direction. And just slow it down. One more. Perfect. Back to the hands. Open the hand and the fingers wide on one hand only as we put gentle downward pressure on the thumb, bringing it down and away from the index finger. And breathe. Flip the palm up to face the ceiling, and then put gentle downward pressure on the index finger. Just feel it lengthen across the palm of your hand, the finger. I feel it all the way down to the center of my forearm. And then move it over and put downward pressure on the middle finger. Just lengthen it. We've got to keep the elasticity in all of the tissues, ligaments, tendons, ring finger. There's not nearly as much plasticity in the ligaments, but there is some. And pinky. There we go. Now the same thing on the opposite hand, gentle downward pressure. The thumb is moving down and away from the index finger, creating space from one tip of the finger to the tip of the thumb. Flipping the palm up to face the ceiling, gentle downward pressure on that index finger. Breathe. Middle finger. Relax into it. ring finger, and pinky. All right, relax those arms. We'll move our awareness up to our shoulders. So we went from the hands to the wrists to the elbows. Now we're going to place our hands on top of the shoulders. Here we're going to circle those elbows forward and up, and then circle them out to the sides and back as far as what's comfortable for you on those shoulders, and circle it around. Whether your circles are really big, medium, or small, it's any size is okay. We just want to encourage the synovial fluid to move into the joints. So that's what lubricates the joints, feeds it nutrients to help repair. Reverse the direction. Circle it back, out, forward, down, and around. Nice and easy. 3 more times. Just relaxing into the movement. Couple more. And breathe with it. Let your breath flow freely. 1 more. You got it. Now relaxing those hands and those arms down at your side. Bring yourselves to center, sitting upright. And we're just going to do a little reach and let those fingers reach down towards the floor. Bring it back to center. And then reach down towards the floor again. Same side. Back to center. 2 more on that side. Here we go. Reaching those fingertips down to the floor. Back to center. Once again, our range of motion, we're all different. So only take it as far as what's comfortable for you, especially on that low back. And back to center. Other side, we're going to reach down to the floor. Fingertips reaching, bringing it back to center. And reaching. So this is another way to keep the vertebrae mobilized. We move in all different directions with the spine, reaching down and bringing it back to center. 1 more time. Here we go. That's it. And back to center. Okay, we're going to scoot forward a bit. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to do torso twists. So we're going to turn the upper body over in one direction. If you can, bring the hand to the outside of the thigh in the direction that you're turning. And then you can bring the other hand around and gently pull yourself around just a little bit more. If you grab a hold of your seat or just send your arm back there, we'll relax and breathe here. If at any time this is not comfortable, just back out of the position. Don't take it so far. Now, if it's a struggle to maintain this position, then continue to face more forward instead of too far rotating off to the side. And breathe. Now let's bring it forward, center, and then switch to the opposite side. Torso twist. Hand to the outside of the thigh. Bring the other hand around, opening. Maybe grab a hold of your seat and give gentle pressure. Bring yourself around. This is more vertebrae articulation, moving, twisting. Okay, back to the other side. There we go, nice and easy. Don't force it. And breathe. You should be able to breathe comfortably and just somewhat relax into the position instead of holding tight. Last time, other side. And breathe. That's it. All right, bring it to center. Scooting back in our seats a little bit. We'll move our awareness to the hips. We'll raise a knee up and set it down. So I'm having to scoot a little bit forward again so I get more range of motion. Raise the knee up and set it down. 2 more times. We're going to raise it up, set it down. 1 more. Raise it up and down. Now raise it up, send it out to the side to open that hip. Now can you raise it up while it's out there and set it down? Readjust your position as needed, then raise that leg up and set it down. Takes more work when it's out that far. Raise it up and set it down. 1 more time. There you go. That's strengthening here in the hip flexors. Now we're going to raise it up, bring it to center, hold it for a brief moment before you set it down. Raise it up, send it back out to the side, hold it for a brief moment before you set it down. Okay, let's do that again. Raise it up, bring it to center, hold, set it down. Perfect. Other side. Here we go. We're going to raise up, set it down 4 times. Taking your time. Let's breathe with the movement, setting it down. 2 more. 1 more. And set it down. Okay, here we go. We're going to raise it up, send it out to the side, set it down gently. Open the hips. Now raise that leg and leave it out there and set it down. And raise it up and set it down. 2 more. Raise it up and then set it down softly. You really feel my hip flexors working there. Raise it up 1 more time and then set it down. There you go. Okay. Raise it up, bring it to center, pause before you set it down. Raise up that leg, send it out, pause, and set it down. We'll just do that 1 more time. Raise it up, bring it to center, pause, set it down. There you go. Okay, from there, we're going to use our hands to circle the leg around. So our focus is still the hip. We're making a circle with the knee. Your hands and your arms are going to assist so you get a greater range of movement in the hip joint. That's it. We're going to do 1 more in this direction. Because if you just use your muscles, you're not going to get as great a range of motion. Reverse. Send it out and around. Remember, you're circling that knee. The low leg is just kind of following along the knee. It's just kind of hanging out. And we're circling 1 more time around. There you go. And we'll do the same thing with the other. We're going to circle that knee out and around, allowing the lower leg and the foot to follow along. But our focus is the ball and socket joint of the hip. 1 more time in this direction. Now we're going to reverse and go 4 times in the opposite direction. Now our awareness and focus is on all the different joints in the body to help keep us unlocked and moving freely as much as possible. So that's considered anti-rheumatic, where it helps relieve symptoms of arthritis if you don't allow those joints to lock up and never be able to move them. We have to make sure we keep them in motion. Okay, from here, sitting all the way back, we'll move down to the knees. We'll send one leg out straight and then retract it back, bringing it far back under your seat. If it's open, that's ideal. And then send it out, straightening, and then retract it back. So the range of motion in the knee here. Send it out, retract it back. One more time, sending it out and retract it back. Other side, same thing, sending it out, straightening that leg, and then retracting it back under the seat. Send it out. You could also do this on your couch and bring it back. Two more. Send it out, bring it back. One more time. And bring it back. Perfect. Okay, from there, we'll support the thigh with the hands. This time we're going to make a circle in the air with the foot so we get a different movement in the joint of the knee. Taking our time. We're going to do one more in this direction. And then reverse, opposite direction 4 times. Really try to get a good movement around so you allow different angles of movement in the knee. One more. And then we'll switch it over. Same thing, we're going to circle that foot around, stabilize the thigh so you're not getting too much movement in the the upper leg. You want all the movement in the low leg affecting the knee. One more time in this direction. Reverse. 4 times. Circle in the air with the foot. 2 more. You're supporting and stabilizing the thigh with the hands. And 1 more. There you go. And set that down. Now we can sit back, let the back of the chair support us as we work to the ankles. We're going to send both feet out in front of us, raising them up off the floor, and then we're going to point and flex the feet and the toes out and away, and then bring them back towards us. Let's connect the breath. Let's breathe out, send them out. Breathe in, bring them back. Breathe out, send them out. Bring them in, breathe in. 1 more. Breathe out. Breathe in. And then circle those feet around, getting the movement in the ankles, nice and easy. Get a full range of motion in the ankle, circling those toes and the feet. And reverse. Opposite direction, circling around, getting the ankles to mobilize and move. Keep them unlocked. 1 more. Okay, from there we're gonna send the feet up again, toes facing up towards the ceiling. We're gonna rotate the soles of the feet to turn in and face each other, and then rotate them out to the sides, moving the way, and then rotating in and then out. 2 more times. Rotate in and out. Last time. Rotate in, move it out. There you go. Okay. From there, we'll turn sideways in our seat. Let one knee drop down towards the floor. Allow that hip flexor. We did a lot of work with the hip flexors with our leg circles and movements. So we'll relax here, sitting up nice and tall, allowing that knee to drop down towards the floor, lengthening that leg and that hip. With both hands and arms, reach out in front of you. Hinge forward, reaching to the opposite side of the room. Bring it back. Raise the hands up towards the ceiling. Add a back bend if that feels okay for you. Looking up at the ceiling. And then bring it back down. Reach out in front of you. Hinge forward. Reach to the wall. Bring it back to center. Now here, let's open from side to side. So send one arm to the opposite side. This is our modified warrior. Warrior 2, looking over the forward hand, flip the palm to face the ceiling. Let those fingers float up to the ceiling. The other hand goes down towards the floor. Just look up at the ceiling, past those fingers. You're reaching in opposite directions, ceiling to floor. Now let's bring it back to center. Flip the palm to face down. Look at that back hand. Flip that palm up. Now here, let that hand float up to the ceiling. You can support your upper body with the opposite hand across the top of your thigh. Or you, as you're looking past your fingers up at the ceiling, you can extend that bottom arm, straighten it out, reaching ceiling to floor. And then bring it back, reaching out side to side. Relax those arms down. Let's rotate facing the opposite direction in our chairs. Same thing. We're going to allow that knee to drop down and just relax down towards the floor, lengthening the hip flexor. And breathe. Okay, sending our arms up out in front of us, hinging forward, reaching to the far wall. Bringing it back to center. Let those hands float up to the ceiling as we add a back bend as an option, looking up at the ceiling. Arms back down, straight out in front of us, hinging forward, reaching. Bring it back, open side to side, looking over the forward facing hand. We're in our modified warrior. Flip the palm to face the ceiling. Let it float up as we look at the ceiling past the fingers. The other hand reaches down towards the floor. Here we go. We're going to reach in opposite directions, side to side. Look over that back hand. Readjust your position as needed. Let that palm flip up to the ceiling. Float the hand, looking up at the ceiling, either supporting your upper body with your arm across the top of your thigh or extending the bottom arm and hand out straight, reaching in opposite directions in the modified warrior. Bring it back to center, reaching side to side. And relax the arms and hands. Okay, readjusting here. We'll move back into some modified cat-cow. So hinging forward, flattening the back, lengthening the spine, and then pushing it back, rounding it across the back, bringing the chin down and in towards the chest. Let's connect our breath. So as we're coming forward, hinging forward, breathe in. Flattening the back, lengthening the spine. Now sending it back, rounding out, breathe out. One more. Here we go. Breathe in, coming forward. And rounding out, breathe out. Right, sitting up comfortably back in our seats. Relaxing the arms and the shoulders. We're going to bring one ear gently down towards the top of the shoulder and just hang out here. And breathe. Feel that side of the neck lengthening, opening, creating space in between the ear and the top of the shoulder. You're relaxing your shoulders and your arms. Now let's bring the other ear over and down towards the other shoulder. You might find that one side feels tighter than the other. We're just relaxing and hanging out. Feel the lengthening, the opening on the opposite side of your neck. And breathe. And let's do that gently one more time. Other side. Relaxing those shoulders down and away from the ears. Not forcing it, just gently letting everything relax. Breathe in and out a couple of times. Up and over to the other side one more time. Breathe. Relaxing the arms. You got it. And bringing it up and centered. Just sit back in your chair. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes. Relax. Feel the softening of all your muscles. Bring your awareness within. Bring your awareness to your feet and the connection with the ground that they're making. The toes. Relax the toes in the balls of the feet. Allow your breath to flow freely as you relax. Bringing your attention to the centers of your feet, the arches, across the top center of the feet. Let the feet be soft, allowing them just to relax, making a soft contact with the floor or the ground. Moving your awareness to the heels of your feet, feeling softness and connection. Soft contact with the earth. Now bringing your awareness to the ankles. softening the ankles, relaxing the ankles and the feet. Moving the awareness up to the calves of your lower legs. And the shin on each leg. The front of the lower legs. The back of the lower legs. Moving up to the knees. The right knee. Softening, relaxing, and the left knee. Relax as you breathe. Moving the awareness up through the right thigh, the top of the right thigh, and the bottom. Across the top of the left thigh, and the back bottom of the left thigh, relaxing. Continue to move your awareness up to the left hip, across the pelvis, the lower stomach, over to the right hip. Relax. Moving your awareness across the right glute, the left glute, all across the lower back. Relax the low back. Now imagine, if you would, you're going to take a nice deep breath here. White, healing energy, sending it to your low back. Breathe it in, healing white light, let it encircle and caress the low back. Moving that healing breath up to the center of the back. Imagine that it's a healing white light as you breathe it in, and it fully encircles each and every area. The upper back. Breathe it in. Bring it across the upper chest, breathing in that healing energy with the breath. Moving across the chest, the center of the abdomen, and the low abdomen. Allow that healing breath to fully encircle and move around the entire abdomen and the chest. Moving up to the front of the throat, breathe it in, softening, relaxing. Around the back of the neck, up to the base of the skull at the top of the neck, the right side of your neck and the left side. And just breathe in that healing energy, relaxing into it as you breathe it in. And send your awareness to the left shoulder, down the left arm, the upper arm, the elbow, the lower arm through the left hand and fingers. Send your breath all the way down and through to the fingertips. Bring it up the left arm over to the right shoulder and down the right arm, the upper arm, the elbow, the lower arm through the right hand and the fingers. Send it all the way down, that healing breath through the right fingertips. And then bring it back up through the right arm. Relaxing your jaw, focusing on the right side of your jaw and the left, your chin, encircling your mouth, the lips, and your tongue. Breathing in that healing energy, let it encircle the lower jaw and the tongue, allowing your teeth to move away from each other as you relax your entire jaw. Moving your awareness up the right cheek, the right eye, crossing over to the left cheek and the left eye. Completely relax your forehead across the brow. And relax all the muscles across the top of your head, on the back of your head, around the right side, ear and temple, and the left side, ear and temple. Bringing your awareness across both eyes, and your nose and your mouth. Bringing your awareness back to your eyes, softening, relaxing. Gently start to open your eyes and just look down at the ground gently. Become aware of your breath. We're going to look up towards the ceiling without moving our head. So just moving our eyes, look up to the ceiling, both eyes. We're facing forward. The eyes are looking up. Now look straight in front of you. Now look over to the left as far as you can see with only your eyes. Look over to the right. Looking back up to the ceiling. Looking straight ahead in front of you. Now close your eyes gently, relax your eyes. Opening your eyes gently one more time. We'll look up to the ceiling and do a circle, looking over to the left, coming down and around, looking down, center, bottom, looking over to the right. And do 2 more circles, making a full circle with your eyes up, down around the left, across the bottom, up around the right. 1 more time. Full circle with both eyes, circling around. And then once you get back up, looking up at the ceiling, close your eyes, relax. Gently open your eyes 1 more time, moving your eyes in the opposite direction. Look up to the ceiling, look over to the right, all the way across the right, down across the bottom, up the left side, back up to the ceiling, and do that 2 more times, circling around with your eyes only. Full circles, looking around and up, looking off to the right, across the bottom, circling up the left side to the ceiling one more time, full circle. And once you look back up at the ceiling, close your eyes and relax. Become aware of your breath again. Breathe in and fill up your lungs. Allow your lungs to fully expand as you feel your belly expand as it fills up with healing breath and filling up the lungs, allowing them to expand, filling up the low abdomen again. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Gently start to open your eyes. And then with me, we're going to reach down, take a big breath in as we sweep our arms up, out to the sides. Breathe in. Reach up. Bring it down through heart center. Breathe out. Send it to the floor. Reach out, reach up, breathe it in. Bring it through heart center, breathe it out. We're going to do that one more time. Reach out and up, breathe it in. Bring it down through heart center. We'll remain in prayer position at heart center. And repeat after me. Peace for my body. Peace for my mind, and peace always surrounding my soul. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon with yoga. Thank you, Tim and Nick. All right, you're welcome.